Well, hello folks. Today I want to talk to new people who are using the GoPro Hero 3 and Hero 3 Plus. And so there are a lot of people picking them up now and starting to shoot video and get online with it, which is awesome. And so anyway, the thing I want to talk about today is heat. A lot of times I get little comments or questions from people about, my GoPro's getting hot. Is that normal? Is that good? Is that bad? I will say this, I've got a Wasabi battery in this, one of the new lithium-ion polys, and the lithium-ion polys were new with the GoPro Hero 3 Plus, so your new Hero 3 Plus will come with a battery like that. This is a replacement third-party battery that I endorse. It does a really great job. It honestly does just as good as the GoPro Hero 3 battery, in some ways maybe even better after a number of rechargings. The thing you will notice, if you're shooting at high frame rates, let's say 1080p at 60 frames per second or even 48 frames per second, 2.7K video at 24 frames per second, let's say you're shooting at 4K, which is 15 frames per second, but it's a lot of data, or 720p at 120 frames per second. All those over a period of time, let's say you're shooting a 3 or 4 or 5 minute segment, they will make the camera start to get hot. I'll tell you this, so far it's not caused any problem with any of, whether they're my legacy Hero 3 blacks or the new GoPro Hero 3 black, and that's all I'm using are the black editions. But if you're shooting at those high frame rates, it does seem to get the camera a little bit hot. One of the things, I have done before, if I've shot, sometimes just to make sure that the heat dissipates a little bit, I've shot without the back on. I don't recommend that if you're going to be like doing action or anything, you'll lose your battery. But sometimes I do that just to keep it a little bit cooler. The other thing is I do like to use the frame rather than the plastic thing that goes, or that plastic housing that comes with it, just because I think the heat can dissipate a little bit better from that. So far though, honestly, I have not noticed any problem, degradation. I've shot thousands of videos now with GoPro Hero 3s, the black editions, and this is my configuration. Sometimes it gets very, somewhat hot. The one thing I've tried not to do is if I know I'm going to be shooting high frame rate video, I try not to do it in direct sunlight. I'm just, trying to be wise about my camera, so I don't recommend you do that. I'm not saying you're going to have a problem. I've not had a problem. But it just makes good sense. It makes good sense not to shoot in a frame rate that's going to cause the heat to start up and shoot in direct sunlight. Folks, don't fear the third-party batteries, the ones I've been reviewing. I had a guy send me a question. It was a very good question. Just asking, are these batteries good? Are they safe for the camera? They are safe for the camera. They're cheaper than to buy the GoPro original batteries. They're just as good. I've used Smatry and Wasabi's. Originally, I liked the Smatry better. Now that Wasabi has gone to the lithium-ion poly, which is the same as what the GoPro does, it's fantastic. I've already posted a review about that, so you can go watch that. Don't worry about the heat, folks. Just like I say, I would just, good safe practice, let the air get to them however you can best let the air get to them. This is a Hero 3 regular black, not a Plus. My wife has the Plus at home doing a cooking video with it. But make sure the air can get to it. Make sure they're probably not in direct sunlight to multiply that heat. And or if they can be in direct sunlight, if you're moving, I like to put them, even if it's a very sunny day and I'm shooting in 1080p 60, I'll put it on top of my car and just let the air blow all around it. And I've had no problems with anything, and that keeps it quite cool also. But yeah, you shouldn't have any problems with freezes or shutdowns. It doesn't seem to bother the electronics unless maybe there's something faulty with your unit. I have 4 Hero 3 Black Editions. Had no problems with any of them other than the original way back when they first came out. The problems with them freezing, which have largely been reduced and eliminated with firmware. Folks, if you have any question about the Hero 3, any concerns, things that bother you, things that are tripping you out, freaking you out, let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you like. I'll try to answer those questions. Y'all be cool. Peace to the world.